everyone, my name is Fatima Mazumder. I'm a hardworking and dedicated rising sophomore at Hunter College, where I hope to pursue a career in medicine. My interests in the pre-health track peaked after I visited a hospital in Bangladesh, where I noticed the stark difference between developed nations and developing countries. I've participated in numerous walkouts and protests regarding environmental and social issues. I also love cooking and learning about different cultures and creating fun and engaging videos with my friends and family. And today I'm here on behalf of Teen Pop Magazine. Teen Pop Magazine is the first online magazine for high schoolers that give young, aspiring journalists the opportunity to share their voice, build their writing portfolio, and receive peer feedback and mentorship in the editorial industry. In addition to contributing and submitting content, their writers can connect with each other, share ideas, and help each other improve. If you would like to write for them, please drop an email at uplanner0@gmail.com. I present to you the gorgeous, opinionated, and strong-minded Hiba Zaidi. She is a senior in high school, and her interests include political science, sociology, and economics. She has a strong academic background and has won numerous accolades in academic excellence, public speaking, and writing. She is an active member of Model UN conferences and has volunteered in various organizations and hopes to make the world a better place, one piece at a time. When she isn't reading, she spends time with family or friends and enjoys baking. She is a well-rounded individual with passion and dedication and possesses the drive to succeed.
Hi, my name is Hiba. I'm 17 years old. I'm a student/writer. I'm originally Indian, but I was born and brought up in Oman, and I'm a feminist.
Hey Hiba, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Alright, to begin, I would like to ask you, why and when did you choose to become or announce yourself as a feminist?
Honestly, I can't pinpoint an exact date or time. It was a gradual process. I think growing up as a girl, it's sort of always at the back of your mind, usually, that concept of equality. And I grew up in a house where I was treated equal to my brother in most aspects of life, so it was always something that was at the back of my mind. But it was only when I maybe was in 7th or 8th grade and I started forming my own opinions, I started reading and creating my own opinions on things and not just following what my family or my friends believed in. That's when I labeled it feminism, but I have always been a feminist.
So which men or woman, according to you, in your life, or celebrity, has influenced you or other women to fight for themselves and their rights?
In my personal life, of course, my mother. She's my biggest inspiration. I hope all girls have a female role model in their mom, because that is truly the most special thing. And apart from my mother, of course, my sister. She's 13 years older than me, so she's essentially like another mom to me, and she always has my back, and our bond is really strong. And they have really inspired me to work for what I want and not accept anything less than my worth. And apart from in my personal life, celebrities, Ruth Bader Ginsburg is such a female folk hero. She's the second ever female Supreme Court Justice in the United States.
So what is your opinion about patriarchy?
In layman's terms, I think patriarchy is a social system in which men hold primary power in society, whether it's socially, economically, etc. And I think in the context that it is used these days, it's thrown around, and it's an oversimplification of a very complex reality. It's a very primal, very medieval concept, and it sort of promotes this continued existence of pervasive, seemingly ineradicable inequality. And it's like an invisible mechanism that connects a host of seemingly isolated and segregated events, and it intertwines the experience of women of vastly different backgrounds, races, cultures, ranging from personal to serious and geopolitical. So I think women can do anything that men can, and this concept of men being in charge is something that is completely wrong and is something that we as a society should work on doing away with.
And how about gender stereotyping?
I think stereotypes in general are based on a system of prejudice. They stem from ignorance and preconceived notions that people apply to a group of people and generalize it. And they're usually untrue and offensive. I don't understand why there is this need in society, in societal norms, that we have to sort of monitor who does what. Why don't we just let everyone do what they want to do? This whole concept of, whether it's as simple as girls wear pink and boys wear blue. If a baby girl wants to play with dolls, let her. But if she wants to play with trucks, that's fine too. And if a boy wants to play with Barbie dolls, there's nothing wrong with that. You're just promoting that there are unnecessary restrictions.
What is the biggest fight and struggle of women and girls of today?
I think people think that just because we have rights today, that there's no need for feminism anymore, and we've got our rights and do away with this movement. That's not true. Women are still severely disadvantaged and oppressed in villages, in rural villages, in backward villages in India. There's still this concept of sex selective abortion, which is this notion that which stems from a belief that having girls is bad luck and having a boy is good luck. And so things like this, there's still the biggest struggle and fight, I think, is education. The minute we start educating not just girls but also men, we educate men to respect women.
Would you like to say to those who believe that feminism is all about man-hating?
I would say that I think that you are ignorant, and I think, again, biggest way to correct that is educate yourself. I think this notion that feminism is about man-hating stems from people who, under the guise or the shield or umbrella of feminism, have created this concept of man-hating, and that has given birth to these negative connotations that people associate with feminism. I know in my own life, until I started forming my own opinions and started reading and doing my own research, feminism was kind of always seen as like a taboo kind of topic, why? It's literally just wanting equality. Why is that a taboo topic? It's not. But because it's gained this negative traction in the media, because of the actions of a few, that is sort of taking the movement a little bit backwards. And many might argue about the prefix of femme in feminism alludes to women, and so that by virtue of the name of the movement is man-hating. That's not true. It's just women have historically always been the oppressed sex, and the goal of feminism is for men to grow as well, but for women to grow and become at par with men and become equal to men, so that we can all grow together and build a society that we can be proud of.
If there is one thing you could tell young girls and women and urge them to become a feminist, what would it be?
I think anyone who says they're not a feminist, whether they're a man or a woman, it really baffles me, because you're essentially saying that you don't believe in equality. Especially as a girl, the rights you have today, every right that you have as a woman today, you didn't in the 1800s or in the 1700s. The only reason you gained those rights was because of the feminist movement. This is why you have the right to vote, you have the right to own private property, we have the right for careers in public service, and the list goes on. And so I think there is no reason to be afraid of it just because of the negative traction that the movement gains in media. There is, for every negative article you might read, there are 50 different positive articles about the movement. So as girls, we're told from a young age that there's so much that we can't do, and that's just not true. There is so much we can do, anything that men can do and more. Can you imagine men going through the pain of childbirth? They can't comprehend it. Our bodies are so strong, our emotions, our feelings are so complex, and we are sentient, complex human beings, and we are equal. We were created equal, and we should fight for the right to be treated as such.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Hiba. It was great having you on board.
Thank you so much for having me. I can't thank you enough for the opportunity. I've never gotten to express my opinions in such a way before, and it was an amazing experience for me. It must be very boring for you to hear me drone on and on and on about this, but I'm very grateful that you gave me this platform, and my only hope is that people listen.
If you would like to know more about Hiba and her belief in feminism, stay tuned with the Teen Pop magazine.